scores, recaps, and interviews with the top coaches.
Here are your hosts, Coach Lee Cochran
And Ryan Baker.
Wow. That's all I can say right now. Wow. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Byers Dublin Subaru High School Football Overtime. I am Ryan Baker, the man to my right. Gosh, it's good to see you. He is the guru, Lee Cochran. Lee, we've always wondered what would happen when these smaller schools that we know have been really good. The one I think of years ago was Hartley. Mm-hmm. They were Division 5, they were Division 4, they were Division 3. They've bounced around. What happens when they play the big boys? And we've seen them go out and play some of the big boys, and they've held their own. Well, I don't know if Harvest Prep could have beat a bigger boy today than who they did in Pickerington Central. Now, Pickerington Central, it may not be what they were 5-6 years ago when they were winning Division I state championships, but it's still Pick Central, and Harvest Prep took them down today.
See, and that's what I was going to say. It's still Pickerington Central. This is a big, big win for Harvest Prep. You know, when you look at these games, you know, Harvest Prep has played Division II teams, but, you know, along the likes of, you know, Mifflin, Franklin Heights. I mean, this is a big step up, a tremendously big step up. And when you look at it, you know, you see all the talent Pickerington Central has. You see all the talent Harvest Prep has. So you think, okay, first teams, this ought to be fun to watch. So you're thinking maybe, you know, a half, and then you kind of expect the possibility of Pickerington Central wearing them down. And Dane spoke about that during the game. But these guys, I mean, that's what impressed me, because Harvest Prep has all these guys going both ways, and they're still coming up big. I mean, the conditioning must be out of this world to be able to go both ways. But to go both ways, I mean, you heard what Pickerington Central's offensive line was: 290, 275, 250, 290, 325. That just wears on you, especially when you're on the defensive line. Then you're turning around the next series and you're playing the offensive line. I mean, just you know, what a tremendous game and what a tremendous victory for the Warriors.
When I hear you talk about, though, I think of one thing you said a week ago when we were talking about this game. Man, Harvest Prep returns all of their offensive line.
Yeah.
Those guys, now, they do go both ways, but those guys are good football players. You know who else is a good football player?
Des Porter.
Des Porter's pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about, you know, he gets 3 touchdowns, 20 carries, 165 yards, 66-yard touchdown run, 52 and a 6. I mean, this is against a very good defense. He was just busting it open.
So Harvest Prep pulls the upset tonight. They beat Pickerington Central 24-21. We have got some great games that we've got to talk about. Unfortunately, our game was so good it went a little long. We don't have a ton of time, so let's go ahead and run to the scores here.
Let's go.
Let's go through the scores before we got to go to a break. The season actually got underway yesterday. Not for most teams in the area. Neither of these teams are real close to the area, but Gallion beat Winford 49-13. These are the finals we got from tonight. How about this one? Groveport 28-7 over Hilliard Bradley. We're going to talk to their coach, Mitch Westcamp, coming up in the next segment. Central Crossing gets by Independence tonight, 29-22. Cleveland Glenville bats a pass down in the end zone on the final play of the game. They hang on and beat Upper Arlington 6-0. Lakewood St. Ed's come to town. They leave with a 28-0 win over Pickerington North. Olentangy Orange all over Marysville, 49-13. Gahanna gets a 24-10 win over Mason. Olentangy Berlin gets by DeSales 17-10. Westerville South doubles up Dublin Jerome 14-7. How about this one? Olentangy Liberty 28-0. They shut out Olentangy tonight. Reynoldsburg gets a 30-7 win over Dublin Scioto. Grove City 42-7. They beat Tays Valley. Watterson shuts out Big Walnut 20-0. Westerville North does the same to Westerville Central 34-0. Lee, I don't think we talked about this. Jaston Gwynn, the quarterback for Westerville Central, went down in the first half of this game with an injury. He did not return. Worthington Kilbourne, a little bit of a shocker to me here. They beat Watkins Memorial Memorial 16-13 tonight. St. Charles shuts out West Carrollton 27-0. Westland the shutout as well, 42-zip over Centennial. Lancaster 38, Akron North 8. Hartley 48-28 winners over Elyria Catholic. Salina beats South 55-7. East with a shutout over Dayton Meadowdale 30-0. Hamilton Township a shutout as well, 21-zip over Whitehall. Heath gets 4 Connor Corbett touchdowns. They beat Liberty Union 50-7. Licking Valley all over Sheridan 30-7. New Lexington 49, Fairfield Union 7. West Muskingum shuts out Lakewood 42-0. Westfall hangs on. They beat Madison Plains 29-19 this evening. That is all the scores we have so far. We have got to take our first time out of the season. When we come back, though, we will talk to the head coach of Groveport Madison. They beat Hilliard Bradley tonight 28-7. It's Mitch Westcamp on high school football overtime. Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime on 97.1 The Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts.
Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan.
Ohio sports destination.
Football is all about winning, and so is the Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. With 4 dealerships and a collision center, we've got everything you need to stay game day ready. Don't forget our Carvenience service, the most convenient way to service your vehicle. We pick it up, drop off a rental, and we bring it back to you when it's done. Plus, every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty. Hinderer Motor Company, where convenience and confidence meet. Visit HindererMotorCompany.com. We love what moves you.
Bobby Carpenter was determined to get relief for his dad, Rob. Years of college and pro football had taken a toll on Rob's joints. Bobby trusted his dad's care to QC Kinetics and their game-changing regenerative pain treatments.
It's been great to watch him improve. This stuff wasn't available 20 years ago, and how we've been able to kind of hone in and be able to fix the body in a more natural way as opposed to just cutting on it all the time. It's pretty terrific.
QC Kinetics. They take your body's own healing properties, concentrate them, and apply to areas in pain like knees, shoulders, hips, and back. And the results?
He's like, well, it doesn't hurt to go down the stairs anymore. I'm like, well, that's the positive.
Relief. Without any joint replacements, harmful steroids, or medications. The natural way at QC Kinetics. Don't wait. Call to see if you're a good candidate. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Again, 380-208-4544. Get rid of your joint pain with QC Kinetics.
Coming this Labor Day weekend, Bob's biggest challenge yet. It's time to dare to compare. It's got action. It's got suspense. It's got beeps and boops and dings and whomps and more savings than you'll believe on living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. And best of all, you get to play too this Labor Day weekend. Now open in Reynoldsburg and coming soon to Polaris. See how much you can save this Labor Day weekend when you dare to compare at a Bob's near you.
Oh no, this storm really did a number on my roof.
You need to get that fixed before it gets worse.
I know, but finding a good roofing company is like finding a needle in a haystack.
Actually, there's only one good roofing company you need to know. Nitro Roofing. Family owned, specializing in residential roofing, and they finish the job quickly without cutting corners.
Wow, sounds like they're the real deal.
Absolutely. Call Nitro Roofing today. Use code TheFan10 for 10% off. Call 614-714-5693 or visit nitroroofing.com.
Join us for gambling things, fantasy sports, gambling things, and most importantly, gambling things. Hollywood Casinos on the Money, Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
The Fan.
Meet Abdullah Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Maryhaven. More and more people are falling into problem gambling. It can happen so quickly that you don't realize it until you face a crisis. Gambling issues often connect to depression, anxiety, or other addictions. Maryhaven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to Maryhaven.com today.
Meet animals from around the world as you explore the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Whether you're fascinated by the towering elephant or playful sea lions, we have it all at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Visit columbuszoo.org to plan your visit today.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause instead,
We got 7.
And here's our number 1.
Sunny Street Cafe, a bright spot for breakfast and lunch.
Now with 8 locations.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
It's cycling season across central Ohio. That means many cyclists are out on the road this summer. As you're driving in your car, please share the road for the safety of everyone. When driving throughout the city and rural areas, please watch out for riders on their bikes and use caution around cyclists. We also remind all cyclists to ride safe. Be mindful of cars and obey all traffic signals while on your bikes. Thank you to both motorists and cyclists for sharing the road and keeping everyone in our community safe this summer.
Pain from arthritis is just awful. Constant pain. It robs you of so much of the stuff you love to do. But there are effective ways to deal with that pain. My dad and I can both tell you we were able to get relief without medication or surgery. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. The place to go, QC Kinetics, right here in Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Ray Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics utilize cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Learn how QC Kinetics can use advanced regenerative medicine to treat the pain, enhance your joints, and restore your mobility. Surgery and pain pills, they're not the only option. My dad and I went there. We feel so much better. He's able to move around and walk like he wants to. I'm able to go out and run and do the things that I enjoy. So here's the great thing. Give them a call at 380-208-4544. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus. They have 3 offices in Dublin, Gahanna, and Grove City.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career and they talked to me about it.
He was done in just months.
I did do it online.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months with 0 experience at My Computer Career.
It worked for me and I know it can work for you.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Fan weather from the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Blue skies, light winds, and a perfect end of the day today. Temperatures running in the low to mid 80s on this Friday afternoon and evening. Overnight down to around 60 with partly cloudy skies and light winds. And after a cool start, heating right back up in the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and a bit more humid with highs in the upper 80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Friday nights mean high school football in Ohio. This is Byers Dublin Subaru High School Overtime on The Fan.
I'm going to have to get used to that. We didn't have that fancy sponsor the first 2 years, but now in year 3, we've got one. So thanks to Byers Dublin Subaru for sponsoring the high school football overtime show. Lee, we got a couple more scores in there, both of them involving City League teams. West beat Mifflin, yes. 56-8 tonight. And then this one surprised you. Afrocentric 38-14. They beat West Jeff. West Jeff is a team that went to the state Final Four last year and brought, they lost a lot, but they're still bringing back Wyatt Kett and their quarterback, Austin Bisher. It's a good West Jeff team still, I think. And Afrocentric took it to them.
Yeah, and last year, you remember, Afrocentric was driving and threw an interception late in the game, lost by a touchdown. So it is surprising, maybe not that Afrocentric won, but that they won so convincingly.
I'll tell you what, Caleb Anthony for Afrocentric, he's the real deal regardless. I mean, he's been doing it since he was a freshman. I think this score will surprise some people, but I think people in the know, maybe not. Groveport gets a 28-7 win over Hilliard Bradley tonight. Their head coach, Mitch Westcamp, joins us now on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Coach Westcamp, I had multiple coaches this offseason tell me that the Cruisers are for real, and it looks like you guys went out and proved it week 1, Coach. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing I heard
all summer, and I talked to the guys. Everybody kept telling me how good this team is, and all those things. But you just don't know until you play that week 1 game, and it's kind of we expected that here because we know our kids, and like you said, a lot of people probably didn't, but the guys that really know high school football coaches, they had an idea. So,
well, Coach, the way I look at it, Hilliard Bradley's always had that high-flying offense, and you guys held them to 7 points. And, I mean, you got 2 stud defensive linemen, Jalen Joyce and Keyshawn Calhoun. I mean, how do you go about stopping a prolific offense like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. The guys like Keyshawn and Jalen, you can't give them a look at practice because they're just freaks, and they're unbelievably talented. You got Keyshawn that's got the length and the size. He's going to Indiana. Then you got Jalen, a little shorter but stouter. He's a 400-pound bencher, runs a 4.9. I argued till I'm blue about him. I think he's the best player in Central Ohio just because of what he does on both sides of the ball right now. But defensively, it's not just them. We've got 2 corners. They're 6'2" and a half. Josh and Jeremiah Moore, seniors. And then they've got a few Division I offers here. They're still trying to decide what they're going to do. But, Jeremiah ran, he goes to camp this summer, runs a 4.38, and Josh is a 4.41. And you want to constantly test them, and it's got to be a perfect ball. And, tonight we talked about it. There was 2 really good sophomore quarterbacks playing in this game tonight. We're fortunate to have one with Baker Bowden. And then they've got the O'Neill kid over there, which he's going to be unbelievable as well.
When you start a freshman quarterback like that last year, I mean, he started every game, I think. I mean, are you thinking a little bit about the future with that as well? Or is it just, hey, he's the best we got, let's go, and he's going to grow into this? He's got a few years to do that.
A little bit of both, absolutely. Last year as a freshman, we kind of kept him grounded. He didn't really run the ball. We made all the checks on the sideline. Now he's already progressed, and it scares you as a coach. You got a 15-year-old kid out there, but he's not a typical sophomore. He'll make all the checks. He's calling a lot of plays out there right now, and that's kind of, as a coach, you're going to put all that faith in the kid, but we trust him. He's kind of an extension of us out there. He sees what we see, and let's be honest, it's easier if he's making those checks versus us.
You mentioned Baker, your sophomore quarterback, and I love in Central Ohio this year, we've got a lot of really good junior and sophomore quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
When did you know Baker was something special and he could do this?
When he's in junior high. And, I tell everybody, his best position is probably safety. The kid loves to hit. And, when he's in 8th grade, 7th and 8th grade, just comes downhill and loves to hit people. Obviously, we don't let him hit now, being the quarterback. But we're fortunate, now we can kind of get creative and let him do some things. We've got another kid behind him, Anthony Newell, same grade, sophomore. He's not far behind Baker, and we got to find ways to get him on. And I tell everybody, Jalen Joyce, you're going to see him at quarterback at some point. And just because, why not? He's a senior. He's earned it. He's started every game since his freshman year, and let him go. And then you throw in, Rashad King at running back tonight for us, kind of was our staple. We had 3 guys carry the ball between Rashad, JoJo, and Nick Hodge. But Rashad's the guy who's a 1,000-yard rusher from last year, just kind of a do-it-all kid.
Well, now, Coach, such a big win tonight, against the Bradley team, made a state semifinal last year. So you get to relax a little bit because you only got Gahanna coming up next week.
Yeah, oh no, we know it doesn't get any easier for us. We don't, we love it. You want a challenge, if we feel, we're up for that challenge right now, and they're unbelievable. We're fortunate to, have a couple 7-on-7s with them, and the Brennan Ward kid is unbelievable. He gets taller every time I see him. So, and they've got some kids in, some new faces or whatnot that filled some holes from last year, and they're going to be really good. So. And it's going to be exciting. We haven't seen the new stadium. It'll be cool. Our kids, we like to go. Away games are a little easier, less distractions, less downtime after school. So,
Coach, congratulations on the huge win to open the season. Everybody was right. The Groveport Cruisers are for real. Can't wait to see you guys take on Gahanna next week.
Yep, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Is the head coach of Groveport, Mitch Westcamp, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Lee, a couple more scores we just got. Anthony Wayne beats Hilliard Darby tonight, 35-13, the final in that one. And then Circleville, they get a 32-27 win over Vincent Warren. That makes our guy Jacob Reimer on the other side of the glass very happy. We're going to take a quick timeout, but when we come back, we will give you some more scores. We'll also have one of the guys from 10 TV hop in and preview what's coming up on 1st and 10 tonight as well. It is Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime right here on 97.1 The Fan.
Bobby Carpenter doesn't have a mullet, but he's knee-deep in mullet energy. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,500 off select appliances from top brands like LG, America's most reliable line of appliances, like the LG Smart Top Load Washer with easy unload angled front, so you can reach every last sock. Right now, get up to $1,500 off select appliances in-store and online with Labor Day savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid August 22nd through September 11th. U.S. only. See store online for details. America's most reliable line of appliances per independent study.
I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Back to school time. Your kids probably have fancy friends. Isn't it about time you gave them a ride to be proud of? Actually, hell with the kids. Treat yourself to a new Lexus. Right now, it's the Golden Opportunity Sales Event with rates as low as 2.99% on ES, NX, and RX, as well as great lease payments. I've been a Jermaine customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please stop in. Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. JermaineLexus.com.
While the world whizzes by, enjoy a moment of me time with Tim Hortons $6 breakfast bundle. Savor a small hot or iced coffee, then add your choice of a mouth-watering hot breakfast sandwich and a crispy golden hash brown and your pick of a classic donut. All for $6, all just for you. Make your mornings all about me time with our $6 breakfast bundle. Available at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. Price and participation vary. Terms apply.
At Kroger Pharmacy, CARE is making it easy to get vaccinated. CARE is helping you stay protected from flu, COVID, and RSV. Seasonal vaccines are available 7 days a week with evening hours. CARE is giving you a shot at staying healthy this season. Walk in whenever is best and get multiple vaccines in one visit at your local Kroger Pharmacy. So come and get the protection you need while protecting those around you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Visit Kroger.com/vaccines for more. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See site for details.
Bob's Discount Furniture is coming to Polaris, and Bob's Discount Furniture wants you to win big this football season. It's easy. Get online and go to 971thefan.com to register to win a $1,000 gift card to Bob's Discount Furniture, so you can watch your favorite football team sitting in your new Bob's recliner or couch this season. Wow. That's $1,000 from Bob's Discount Furniture. All you have to do is register to win on the fans contest page at 971thefan.com. Hurry, contest ends Wednesday, August 28th. See complete contest details online at 971thefan.com.
The Buckeye Show.
Jim Lachey back in the day just pointing or running that way.
We going right here, and it's not a dang thing you can do about it.
Don't you love that?
The Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by CareSource.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
We go to war for you. Child sex abuse is a crime that must not go unpunished. At Sugar Schnurr Trial Attorneys, we know the law and we'll fight for your rights. I'm Robert Sugar, and we're here to help you fight for justice. Call us at 877-WARFORYOU.com or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU. 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com.
War for you, warforyou.com.
At Byers Subaru Dublin, we're not just a dealership, we're your trusted hometown team, guiding you through a seamless experience, whether buying, selling, trading, or servicing your Subaru. We've got you covered.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, get a 2025 Subaru Outback for 2.9% for up to 72 months.
Located under the windmill at 270 and Sawmill, or shop online at ByersSubaruDublin.com. Come see why it's better to buy from Byers Subaru Dublin.
Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/3/24.
Pain from arthritis is just awful. Constant pain. It robs you of so much of the stuff you love to do. But there are effective ways to deal with that pain. My dad and I can both tell you we were able to get relief without medication or surgery. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. The place to go, QC Kinetics, right here in Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Ray Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics utilize cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Learn how QC Kinetics can use advanced regenerative medicine to treat the pain, enhance your joints, and restore your mobility. Surgery and pain pills, they're not the only option. My dad and I went there. We feel so much better. He's able to move around and walk like he wants to. I'm able to go out and run and do the things that I enjoy. So here's the great thing. Give them a call at 380-208-4544. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus. They have 3 offices in Dublin, Gahanna, and Grove City.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Brian Baker knows more about high school football than anyone except Coach Cochran. This is Byers Dublin Subaru High School Overtime on the Fan.
We like to call him the guru, not Coach Cochran around here. Welcome back to Byers Dublin Subaru's High School Football Overtime. And this is always one of my favorite times of the show when we can bring in the guy from 10 TV. He is Dom Tiberi.
Am I on? Let me just say one thing, Bake. I owe you an apology because I said to Bake, I said, what are we, game of the week? And you know, I thought that Harvest Prep was outgunned, outmanned in this contest. And I said, man, are you sure this is a game? And he said, I'm telling you, Harvest Prep's, and you were right. I was wrong.
And listen, I wasn't totally right because I did not think that Harvest Prep would win the game.
They won the game.
I thought that Pickerington Central's size and ability to play guys one way would wear on them, and eventually they would win the game. But Harvest Prep, they just kept going, and Des Porter is a heck of a football player.
Oh, my goodness. Let me just say this. Congratulations to those guys. We all know half the battle is believing, and those guys believe. They asked to play this game. And, you know, this could turn into a little bit of a rivalry game because I don't know if they'll play again, but they're just 5 miles apart. Mm-hmm. The guy that runs Harvest Prep is a Pick graduate, you know, and you think about Jack Johnson, who's a coaching legend at Pick Central and really started the program at Harvest Prep, all those. And so there's a lot of ties between these two schools, but I never imagined that Pick Central would lose to these guys.
We this is our 3rd year coming on here, and this will be the first time I'm going to defend you. You weren't the only one to kind of say to Ryan, "Hey, what are you thinking picking this game?"
Well,
there were a few people who did question it.
Ryan, the thing just said it best is no one knows more, and I agree now. After that, that was a.
I don't know about that. I just thought this would be a great game, and it's a game Lee and I were talking about that we've talked about for years when we've seen like the Hartleys when they were a little smaller than they were, and some of these small school teams, what would they do when they played the big dogs? And I've thought about that because Harvest Prep is a team that's gone to 4 straight state semifinals. This is a team that is a powerhouse in the state as far as a small school. And we've always thought, what would they do against these teams? Could they hang or would they get blown out? And now we know.
Well, And you're talking about a powerhouse in Pick Central, 2 state championships in Division I. And my goodness, congratulations to the Warriors. That is an amazing victory. And, they ruined the unveiling of the new stadium out of Pick Central. I mean,
well, you had Jack Johnson do the coin flip.
Yeah. Well, and he's got, like I said, he's got ties to both schools. So
it's pretty cool.
Well, the big thing is what Harvest Prep does from here. I mean, that's keeping them keeping it in perspective now. Yeah. Well, you don't want to say forget about it because it's a great victory, but you got to move on.
Well, let me just say this too: football in the state of Ohio and really in Central Ohio has gotten so much better, and it's going to continue to get better. I mean, we're living in a boom town, and there's other areas in the country that are envious of what Ohio's getting now and what really Central Ohio's getting, because we have so many people moving here and into this state with all the that's just going to help the athletics. This is exciting. I mean, but Central Ohio football is pretty good.
It is pretty good. So we here on High School Football Overtime, we tell you what happened. Channel 10, First and 10. They're going to show you how it happened. And what do we got tonight on First and 10?
We have 10 games, and of course our game of the week is the one that you picked.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
Well, it was better than good because they called it David versus Goliath. Well, David won, just like in the Bible. I mean, that was a huge, huge win for Harvest Prep, and we'll have the highlights of that. And we've got, there were a lot of big games tonight. You got
huge games.
Glenwood, Glenville was in town. Ted Ginn Sr. was here with his club, and that was a battle to the end. Upper Arlington had a shot. We'll show you how that one went. You've got just also in Pick's town, you got Pick North hosting Lakewood St. Ed's, who's, by the way, just won the last 2 state champions. Three in Division One, and they once again look like they're passing the litmus test because it was what was the final of that one?
28-0.
They won.
And you got to think Pickerington North is considered one of the 2-3 best teams in Central Ohio.
Yeah, and they Pick North found out why they are 3-time state champs, defending state champs.
What time should people tune into Channel 10 tonight?
You should be honest right now, listening on radio and looking at us on TV.
I love it.
My television only gets one channel.
Channel 10.
That's it.
I love
Just
it.
one
WBNS.
That's it. WBNS 10 TV.
I love
He's
it.
the guru, and now, my friend, he is the guru, but you, my friend, I just have so much. He came out and said, you ought to come on and eat some humble pie. I am. Why would I question?
I think Adam King said that,
right?
right?
You did too.
He did too.
Hey,
he said, he goes, he said, I want Dom in here tonight. I was going to go out there and get Adam. He said, I want Dom. I want Dom looking at me.
Amen. My name is Baker. Don't question me.
Hey, we got to talk to the coach of Harvest Prep right now, Milan Smith.
Tell him congratulations.
Congratulations from Dom Tiberi.
Coach.
I'm sure he heard that.
Congratulations, Coach.
First and 10 tonight. Put your TV on Channel 10 right now. He is the great Dom Tiberi from 10 TV. Now joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline, he is the coach of Harvest Prep, Milan Smith. And, Coach, wow, what a way to start the season, beating Pickerington Central 24-21 in our game of the week. Coach, how good did that feel tonight?
First, thanks for having me on, guys. And it's a win. It's a great program. Coach LaMonica does a great job over there. And tonight we ended up on the big side of it, and that's what high school football is. It's a great opening day game for us. Great football in Central Ohio. 2 of the better programs in Central Ohio going at it. Fun game. You had to be here to see it.
Well, Coach, those last 5 minutes seemed to take about a half hour. How long did it seem to you?
It started because we thought on the last possession we were told that they only had 2 timeouts. And then after the second timeout, we were told that they had an additional timeout. There was a that there was a mix-up or a confusion. So that extended that drive a little bit longer and forced us to have to punt the ball when we thought we would be able to just knee it out. But neither here nor there. I agree with you. It felt like an eternity, but we needed the time. We needed the breaks. We got a lot of guys going both ways, and so some of the break amounts kind of helped us get a little bit of a second win.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, Coach. How do you prepare to play a team like Pickerington? That's most guys go one way. They can rotate guys in. They've got about 90 guys on the sideline. You got right around a third of that. You've got a lot of guys going two ways. How do you prepare for that?
I think probably the more difficult part for us isn't just the guys that go two ways, because Pickerington has a few guys that go both ways as well. It's that our guys also have to play special teams. And then not only do our guys have to play special teams, we have to try to emulate what Pickerington does and all the good teams that we play, because we have a schedule. We have to emulate what those teams do in practice, and we have to get guys who aren't quite there yet in terms of the athletic prowess as some of the teams we're playing. We have to get those guys ready to play scout team to get our teams ready to play teams like Pickerington.
Coach, 4 straight state semifinals for your program. I know you guys want that state championship. How can a game like tonight help kickstart a run that you're looking for?
We're just I'm going to be honest, guys. It's game by game. I'm dealing with a bunch of 15, 16, and 17-year-old young men that have problems much bigger than the game of football. And we try to get them to look at this as an opportunity to escape the realities of life and learn the disciplines of the game. And if they do that, then what happens will happen, and what ends up being will be. But at the end of the day, it's one game. And although we love the energy that this game brought, we love the community support, we love what Pickerington football, we aspire to be a program of national prowess like Pickerington. They've done a tremendous job there. They have a tremendous leadership over there, from the athletic department to the administrative team. Do a great job. And we're going to continue to do what we have to do to try to make our program become that type of program on a national level.
Well, Coach, it was a great win tonight. If people were sleeping on Harvest Prep football before, they aren't after tonight. Congratulations on the win, Coach, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everything you guys do for football. And I'll tell you, there are a lot of people sleeping on Harvest Prep football, but one thing I know is you guys haven't slept on us, and I appreciate your support.
Thank you, Coach. Yep, and we appreciate you coming on here. Anytime we call, you answer, and I appreciate that.
Blessings to you guys, and thanks for having me.
He's the head coach of Harvest Prep, Milan Smith, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. What a humble dude, man.
Yeah, and he's so fun to talk with. I mean, you get a list of questions. We didn't even get to talk to him about Des Porter. We didn't talk to him about, Colin Boff.
Jamarcus
Jones. But you know what? I got a sneaky suspicion we're going to talk to him a couple more times this year.
I think you're right, because they have some huge games on this schedule coming up. We will run through the scores one final time before we get out of here. Coming up next, it's Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime on 97.1 The Fan.
Whatever you're doing right now, just know that Bo Bishop is enjoying a sip of bourbon. Even if this promo is playing in the morning, no judgment.
Sweet morning drinking.
The Fan.
Driving this summer in a new Honda. Act now during Honda's summer event to save thousands with low 1.9% financing. Full inventory is here. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, and hybrids. With hybrids, the battery charges as you drive. Don't miss Honda's summer event with big savings on gas or hybrid, like the 2024 Honda Ridgeline, now with low 1.9% financing. Search your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details. For well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 9/3/24.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Book your appointment now.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You've heard their name on the radio. You've seen them on TV and possibly have heard about them from a family member or friend. One question always arises. What makes Newman Roofing different from the thousands of other roofing companies out there? Well, the answer is simple. It's a company built around family. With 3 generations of family in the roofing industry, the Newman family has built a reputation on honesty, transparency, and consistency. Family members holding key positions from the office sales to production teams, they strive every day to ensure each customer receives excellent experience and a quality product. And I should know they did my roof and their family did a great job. The Newman family drive to take care of their customers radiates throughout their team. Each team member takes pride in the work that they do. As the Newmans say, when your name is on it, it just means more. If you're in need of a roof repair or replacement, call the company that is built around family. Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
Football season is here, and we have so much stuff. One station isn't enough. Find even more Pigskin on ESPN Columbus.
Set your second preset to AM 1460 or 97.1 FM HD2, or listen on the Fan app.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just the slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
Did you and your family lose Ohio Medicaid and need health coverage? Check this out. You may be eligible to enroll in a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov offers quality plans that cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency care, and more. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
It's Toyota's National Sales Event, the perfect time to extend your summer fun in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Now through September 3rd, choose 5.25 APR financing on any new 2025 Camry. Or you can lease a Camry LE for $319 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you need a new roof but you're not sure you can afford it, no problem. Right now, Able Roof is offering no payments, no interest until 2026 for qualified buyers. Yep, that's the same Able Roof that's been voted the #1 roofing company in Columbus by Consumer Choice Awards 22 years in a row. Want more? Able Roof will give you up to $1,000 off a new roof, siding, or windows. This is a limited time offer, so call Able Roof today.
Call Able for the proof. 444-ROOF.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. The people who refuse to make trade-offs in life. Like Kelly, when her old car insurance got so expensive that she couldn't afford to drive anymore, do you think she started carrying her groceries for miles? No. But she did find Direct Auto's savings that allowed her to drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25%, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a quote today at directauto.com. Savings based on applied discounts and will vary. Terms apply. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
This show gets you so close to high school football, you can smell the sticky shoulder pads. It's Byers Dublin Subaru High School Overtime on The Fan.
Here I thought that was just Jacob Reimer on the other side of the glass. I thought we could smell him all the way in here. And that's just because it's hot in that studio, Lee. It's easy to get sweaty in there.
It's because he's fired up at Circleville one.
That's exactly right. He was doing jumping jacks in there. Hard to believe. It's one of the bad things about having good games that last a little bit is it cuts into our time a little bit. Yeah. We don't get to go as much. But, man, what a fun night here on The Fan for high school football to kick off the third season, at least, of high school football overtime. I believe, Lee, this is the 6th straight season, maybe 7th, that we've been doing high school football here on The Fan. So, third for us in high school football overtime. But, man, what a way to start the season.
I thought you were saying we've been here 6 years.
No. We've been here 3 years. Harvest Prep, again, in our game of the week, 24-21 winners over Pickerington Central. Let's fly through some of these scores here, Lee. Groveport, they beat Hilliard Bradley 28-7. Anthony Wayne knocks off Hilliard Darby 35-13. Central Crossing gets a 29-22 win. Cleveland Glenville hangs on. They knock a pass down in the end zone. The last play of the game, they beat Upper Arlington 6-0. Lakewood St. Ed's 28-0 over Pick North. How about this one? Big time. Olentangy Orange hammers Marysville 49-13. Gahanna gets a 24-10 win over Mason. Delaware doubles up Buckeye Valley 28-14. Olentangy Berlin 17-10. They beat DeSales. Toledo Whitmer 42. Dublin Kaufman 14. Westerville South 14-7 over Dublin Jerome. Canal Winchester 38-13. They beat Thomas Worthington. London gets a 51-6 win over Courthouse. Lebanon beats New Albany 28-21. Olentangy Liberty. Man, I wish we had more time to talk about this Liberty team. They beat Olentangy 28-0. Reynoldsburg 30-7 winners over Dublin Scioto. Grove City 42-7. They hammer Taze Valley. Watterson 20-0 over Big Walnut. Westerville North shuts out Westerville South 34-0. Worthington Kilbourne, congratulations to the Wolves. They beat Watkins Memorial 16-13. Hilliard Davidson falls to Pine Richland out of Pennsylvania 35-24. Hartley gets a 48-28 win over Elyria Catholic. Afrocentric a big 38-14 win over West Jeff. Guru, I'm sorry, we've only got 30 seconds here for your final thoughts.
All right, big games, big wins tonight. Our top two scores, Groveport winning and Hilliard Bradley falling to Groveport. Couple schools that went 0-10 last year, Kilbourne and Linden, they win tonight. Reynoldsburg had 6 kids transfer out. They win tonight in their new coach's first game. And I still love that Afrocentric. And next week, I know our game of the week is Central Crossing or Canal Winchester.
And
it's easy to say at Hilliard Davidson. But, man, I tell you what, that Groveport Gahanna game ought to be a doozy.
A big thanks to our two coaches that we talked to tonight, Mitch Westcamp of Groveport and Milan Smith of Harvest Prep. Congrats to all the schools that won tonight. Rhyme Time, thank you for your help.